Welcome to the Lusitani campaign for DeI Et Impera 1.2.4, and we are in a little bit of trouble. We were doing pretty well. We came out here, we dealt these guys a bit of a blow, and our good friends the Galacia are back, and they're causing me a food shortage and a cash shortage as well. I think what we're going to have to do is get rid of one of these, and what we're going to have to do is drop this army into here in a defensive role. I mean, this army is 16. I think maybe we'll get rid of this guy. That drops my income down to 90. We've still got -2 food. I think it's due to these guys consuming the food, isn't it? I think if we come to this level here, food shortage, yeah, -2 replenishment. I just think it's these are consuming food because they're in our territory. Yeah, foraging for food, -2 food, local region, and these are doing exactly the same. They're actually reducing my food down because they're coming in with 2 armies. And they're going to come in and lay siege. We're going to have to live with this just for the moment. Might as well just burn through the turns.
I am a sage of the forest.
Let's see if we can public order. That should help. Chance of chasing enemies. Invading agents. So I suppose we'll go this way. Cultural conversion. I think we'll go with the Empire maintenance. I mean, how's the... if I bump my taxes up a bit, that would get me positive for cash. And this army can't replenish anymore. Anyway, we're going to go for an end turn, guys. I mean, they're probably going to come in and try and lay siege to my settlement. I'm just going to hope the settlement's going to have to hold off until I can get my main army there. And then we're just going to have to really get stuck in and do something about these guys. They're becoming a real pain in the neck. Food shortage. I'm tempted. Is this guy? I know he's a level 2, so I'm going to bring this army down, get it a bit closer. And I don't think there's much I can do. Of course, the food shortage is going to start damaging this if I don't get these guys away quick enough. It's going to take 2 more turns for that. But there's nothing we can do. I'm just going to go for an end turn. I'm just going to attend the banquet. Increase in rank. Child is born. Food shortage. Yes, I know. Keep getting these children being born. Oh, we have got children being born. I just thought. Yeah. These guys are certainly putting it about.
Ready for battle.
Gotta be kidding me.
Get moving. Ready for orders. Go!
I think we're gonna go for the auto resolve on this. Because I don't want to fight a field battle. That army's down. Wow, great.
Ready for orders. For the
And I think what I can do now is pull this army out, and he can go this way. You certainly want campaign movement range and morale. You want the Knight Commander. And what can we get here? Morale, melee attack, cunning. I think we'll give him that. Certainly going to give him that. And we've still got negative food because it's winter now, of course. This is crazy. What we're going to do now is we're going to start chasing these guys all the way home now. So, got that battle out of the way. I'm moving this army over here just in case there's a defensive issue there. They've got a, I think this looks like a small navy. So maybe I need to keep this army close. Anyway, we're just going to go for another end turn. Can you add anything? Yep, I want that. And we're certainly going to take that. Certainly going to have that. Anything that's going to improve the campaign movement range of this army. As I say, we are now going to chase these guys all the way home, whether they like it or not, because I've had enough of them. Right, rival banquet plus 10% loyalty. That is a really good. We are coming for you. Yeah, you just keep running. Right, so we got war over here between these guys. That's good. That will keep them distracted. How's the garrison here? It's a little bit damaged, so I think you guys can just stay there. Patrol for the moment. We've now got field, so we've got a little bit of positive food. How big's the garrison here? 16. How's this army? This army's now healing up. And we're going to push on these guys very, very quickly. I've got a little bit of cash. Public order here is pretty good. I mean, got food. We're still researching that. How's the public order here is not particularly that good. I think the public order is best here, so I think we're going to go with that, guys. And I'm just going to go for another end turn. Go for Rally Horseman. Action destroyed. Colchis. Wow, life must be getting rough.
For the kill! Starting out! Kill the cowards!
And just going to annihilate these guys. And just going to keep moving on these guys all the time. I want you up around here. Don't know if you can do any damage. Nope, can't do any damage. But what you can do is just deploy. And how's this recovering? Okay. These are my friends, aren't they? Yep, just making sure that these are my friends, that they haven't lost yet. Nope. They're at war with those guys, that's good. Because I think we're at war with them as well. Let's just have a quick check, yes. So we have a common enemy now. I'd love to confederate with these guys actually, but we need to sort these Yozos out first. I think because the public order is holding up fairly well at the moment. I mean, how many turns off are we getting this meeting hall? 3 turns. So I think we're just going to accumulate the cash. So we're just going to go for another end turn, guys. New political appointment. Before we look at that battle, let's just have a look through here. I think you need to get married. And what's your wife like? Husband's good. That should. So how are we doing? 23, 29. Yep, they're good. Or happy. Whoops, sorry about that. One thing I do want to talk a little bit about is the faction leader. It's important to remember that the faction leader never levels up because they have this here. Sorry guys, I had to have a bit of a pause there because I had a little bit of a coughing fit. Anyway, the reason I come into here is that I wanted to point out that your faction leader never levels up compared to these generals. Therefore, there's a limited benefit for keeping your general in combat, but the key thing you need to remember though is that if you want him to improve these traits, he's got to stay in combat. So it's a bit of a tricky balance with your faction leader, whether you want them in combat fighting and doing the honours. But truthfully, once your empire gets to a certain size, increasingly your faction leader will take more and more of a backseat role. And that's why I'm half inclined to... Oh, you've got to be kidding me. I don't know if you're going to get in. Nope, you're not. Okay. Actually, let's just pull back a smidge and we're going to return the... Oh, you're just going to stand there. Got a general there. That's going to be a little bit tricky. Still burning through the cash, so we're just going to go for an end turn. Hidden agent exposed. Peace negotiated between the Lusitani and Carthage. That's okay. Client establishment Carthage. So they've got a client. That's okay. Now we may be in a new update, but the AI is still as derpy as it ever was when it comes to defending its settlements. I mean, it's recruited an army there, and it pulled its navy away there. It's got a navy of 9, and it's...
None will escape. Besieging settlement.
Why won't it let me go? It's winter, you cruddy game.
How can I
Okay, here's...
messing with the enemy?
You really cheat sometimes, game.
That didn't go as well as I had hoped.
I don't know how my movement range could have dropped so far. And right, we've got this here now. Could build that. There's nothing I can do this turn. I mean, I could recruit. I think what I'm going to do is we're going to move this army this way. I've got a tiny little bit of cash, and I'm going to recruit that spear unit again. And I'm just going to go for an intern rolling. Got unassigned skills. Got the agent here. Certainly want. Going to increase that and that. Okay, the AI has come back. War dance research.
Ready for battle. To battle.
Question is, do I? This is going to be a difficult call, guys. Fight or not? Fight or not? Because we've excluded their navy by attacking outside. What's the... I think we're going to fight this, guys, because we've got the... We've got the cav superiority. Yeah, we're going to fight this. I think I can do better than 50%. They're going to come out at us. That's good. Wow, they're selling out to defend. Right, guys, here we are. We are on the battlefield. Let's pull the troops back. They're over there somewhere. Now, one thing I have noticed with watching the replays of my battles is that fighting barbarian battles are a lot more micro intensive than playing as, say, a Hellenic faction, because one of the advantages of when you play a Hellenic faction is that you effectively deploy your front line of pikes and then set them in a defensive formation. They get engaged and you can ignore them and you can concentrate on the flanks. One thing I've noticed with these battles, or the battles I've been fighting, is that because the barbarian factions, you've got to be a lot more aggressive in going forward and taking on the opposition. I think you guys can come out on this side like that. It makes it a little bit more tricky to actually, how can you say, manage all these different factions and units and whatever you want to say. Right. I've got you there, so we've now got, I think we're going to keep the skirmishers tight for the moment. I think we'll have 2 sets of slingers out on this flank and just the one. Actually, that would be the way to go, I think. The other way round. And we're going to have these skirmishers out on this flank. I want you guys to support the centre. I mean, can I've got to use this guerrilla deployment. So has anybody got guerrilla deployment? Hide in scrub. Stamina. Hide in forest. Rally. Oh, these guys have got rally as well. Haven't they? Got here. Hide in forest. Discipline. Stamina. Nope. Fire whilst moving. You've got guerrilla deployment. Maybe we'll just push one of these guys forward a bit. Your job is to act as a spotter. Nope. Okay, we can't find them. I think I got a bit of a flash. Oh, no.
Enemy reinforcements approaching.
I think everything's got a little bit messed up now. To reform this line, I've messed it up. And I think I'm going to push the slingers forward. You guys can move that way. There they are. Yeah, that bad click has got me into a little bit of a problem. Wait, stop wandering about. If I lost a unit, I'd get a feeling I've lost a unit here. So let's just get this sorted out. I've definitely got to improve my micro. Right, I want you guys to move forward. Got a bit of a gap opening up here. Oops, got reinforcements coming in from.
Our general is under attack.
Pull up this way, come. Yep. I should have known this was going to happen. So let's pull away. Skirmishers in, axe warriors.
Our hidden units have been discovered.
Spearmen! Warriors! Ready!
Guys, push on to these.
Ready!
Slingers into this position.
Kill them all! Warriors! One of our units has used all its ammunition. Ready!
So much for my overconfidence.
Warriors! Our spears are yours!
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Missiles ready! Now! Skirmishers! Axe warriors! Tribesmen! Axe warriors!
Come on, in.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Time to push these guys. Come on.
Skirmishers! Scrappers ready! Skirmishers! Fire! Orders! Axe warriors! Slingers! Loose! Noble horsemen!
Cav round.
We hunger for
Messed this up completely, haven't I?
noble horsemen! Roar! Skirmishers! Fire! Orders! We hunger for blood and battle! Riders forward! Every horseman! Charge!
Right,
One
you
of our
guys.
units has used all its ammunition.
We will pierce their hearts! We'll kill them all! Ex-warriors!
Right, warriors in.
Kill, kill, kill! Ready! Iberian cavalry!
Right, get in amongst these guys. Come on.
Battle ready and eager! Iberian cavalry! Warriors ready! We hunger!
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Warriors ready!
Guys, break away. Assault troops.
Iberian cavalry! Noble horsemen!
Cavalry, break away.
Cavalry! Iberian cavalry!
Come on, round this side.
Iberian swords! You have our spear axes! Ready yourself! Iberian cavalry!
Iberian cavalry, get stuck into those.
One of our units has used all its
You
ammunition.
guys just keep hitting these.
Noble horsemen! Iberian cavalry! Cavalry! Organize yourselves! Orders!
Come in on these guys.
Ready! Warriors! On me! Missile-armed riders! Ex-warriors!
You guys push on this. I think maybe I should have taken the 50%.
Warriors!
Right, these guys are breaking.
No fear! I'm running!
General,
Ready and eager! Noble horsemen! Our aim is true! Weapons ready!
right,
Iberian cavalry! Riders, advance! Noble horsemen!
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Men or Romans! Take them! Roar! Kill, kill, kill! At the tribes! Equo!
One of our units has used
chase
all
their
its
general.
ammunition.
Come. Push these guys. Come, push them, push them. in on the back of these. Got to keep an eye on my general. Right, we've driven off these guys. Attach you to kill those. Hey, General, you come in and support these guys. Excellent on these guys. You guys focus fire on those. Guys run onto these guys. You guys start to come out this way. Guys mount the charge in on here. Wow. You guys just keep chasing these guys. Keep them moving. They can move, they can't fight. Right, Iberian cavalry, you come over here. Chase these guys towards them.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Just gonna speed this up a bit, guys. Yes, I've really got to work on my microing. I think I'm definitely going to probably have to go back to using groups, because I completely lost control of that battle. I was quite lucky to win it, actually, in the fact that I didn't notice those reinforcements coming in so quickly. General, you just kill this last little lot so that they have virtually no garrison left whatsoever. Right, quit battle, end battle. We lost 510. I'm just gonna... And he's gonna run away, but... And what we're gonna do is go for the auto resolve here, because I would love to really take out this navy. 92%. Sink their navy, please. The last thing I want is this navy running around. And we're going to occupy.
Ready for battle.
Yes, the navy's gone, isn't it? Do I really want that here? Got sewage ditch. Got this proving grounds, which is 300 wealth maintenance. So what could we recruit here? Ow. Lusitani veteran warriors. I think we're actually going to keep that, because I think strategically we're going to... This is quite a weird province, because it comes across like this. And having a band of military recruitment across there. I mean, just to show you guys, got Taraco over here and this here. So by having a ability to recruit militarily across this whole band, across the center of Iberia like this, that could be very useful. Yeah, I think that is going to work. Of course, it also means that we get a tier 3, which I don't think... Yeah, we can't recruit that till we get to there, so we've actually got a bit ahead of tech by capturing that. I think I would like to go from this, because I just want that +3 food, although we've got surplus food now. Maybe we need to go for a bit of cash. Yeah, I think we'll go with that to get the Empire maintenance. We've actually got quite a lot of cash now, and I was going to build something here. Right, we need to... Now I've got things a bit sorted out. Don't want that. I'd quite like the meeting hall. That will give us extra garrison. That will also give us a bit more public order in this area, which I think I really need at the moment. I mean, we can always change it later on. That farmer's market would be quite useful as well, but I think at the moment... Now, I'm going to change my plans now, because now we've got this area fairly stable. Although it's minus... Yeah, I mean, we've got this army we can move over now. I'm going to go for the farmer's market now. Change of strategy. What I'm going to do is bring this army over a little bit to here. And your job is just going to be to patrol here for the moment. I mean, at the moment we've got no sign of these Yozos. But what I am going to do now is move my agent over here. See how well these guys are doing. And I think what we're going to do is disband you. And can we recruit anyone here? What have we got here? Lusitani nobles. Armor 70. Wow. Melee attacks. Or beam. Got here. I mean, I've got a bit of cash, but I've got to remember I'm running high tax. I mean, we've got elite shock cavalry here, but I mean, these are 12. I mean, I have one of these in the front line. Will that actually... Or maybe I need to improve my spearmen. I mean, we got these guys are 6'11". These guys are 5'10". So these guys are probably not as good. Lusitani veteran warriors. They're 6'11", 32. They've got a lot more base morale. Semi-professional line infantry, relatively well off, owning farmland and cattle. Or Lusitani nobles. So Gallic median infantry. Lusitani. I think for the moment I don't want to spend too much money. So we got 3 sets of slingers. We got rid of an axe unit. I actually quite like these guys, so I think what we're going to do is replace one of these axe units with these. This guy's got a bit of rank as well, so I think maybe we'll go with them. I think we're okay for time, guys. So let's go for, oops, wow. This general's do. Wow, we got them right across the board. Certainly want that. And I certainly want that for campaign movement range. My instinct is to go for that, but this guy is going to be very much a frontline general, so I think we're going to give him every edge that we can. I think the negative morale is probably pretty good. That's even better. And what have we got here? Income, campaign movement range. Yes, I think if we can go that way, that will make life even better. We go for an enter. And of course the AI's been its usual idiotic self. I'm just going to go for the to resolve. I mean, what it will do is cancel that recruitment, but that'd be okay. And faction destroyed.
Ready for battle. Get moving.
And what we're going to do is get this agent here.
Are you sure there is nothing else?
These guys are recruiting. Household expands. Yeah, well.
Ready for orders.
There's probably this general's household that's expanded. Right, you're level 2, you're giving me food. Wow, that's a really big win. Oh, did that recruitment actually finish? Okay. Right, what I'm going to do is I'd love to push through onto these guys fairly quickly. I think what we're going to do is just edge these guys forward, and we're just going to do a little bit of patrol for a little while. And I just want to check my faction leader. Oh, I think you're at home at the moment, aren't you? Who are you? Who are they? Carpet. Who are the... Oh, you're down here. You're not a problem. I think what I'm going to do is raise... I'm gonna... I just want my faction leader to be here. And I'm just going to recruit a couple of cheap slingers. And the job of this faction leader is just to stand there and add a little bit to the empire. And I think you guys can just stand there. How's the garrison here? 15. So I think if I could bring you up to about there. And your job's just going to be patrol there. And this is nice and stable. This is building up. This is building up. I mean, I could really do with improving my income here. This is actually already maxed out. And you're here. What's it here? Of course, our next target is going to be here. So guys are just going to deploy. I think I've got time for one more turn, guys, and then that was going to be it. Got skills for our agent down here. Well, for Empire maintenance. What else have we got here? Chance of invading the enemy. Wounding enemies, +2 cultural conversion. I think the cultural conversion is running pretty well. Do we need growth here? A bit of growth could be useful. Wealth from all sources. Construction costs, I quite like that actually. That will help. I mean, we can keep the taxes fairly high at the moment. Just have a quick check to make sure everybody's happy. Yes, these guys are quite happy with the way things are. And I think I can go one more turn, guys, and then that would be it for this part. Faction rises, the Sardis. Yeah, well, they're right on the other side. Population surplus. Good. Got a population surplus over here. And a little bit worried about this guy, but he's not going to be able to do any damage. Now, these guys attacking, and these guys are defending, so I think we can give them some support. So I think we're going to move this army up to about here. There's a chance that you could actually attack me, so I'm not going to. I think in the next part we're going to have to push on to take these guys out. I mean, be half tempted.
Greetings, friend. I've called for good ale to ease.
They're not
your
quite
throat
ready to
and
join a confederation with me yet.
ripe women to
I must admit, I'm not a big fan of confederations. Carthage, do you want to trade with me? No. I think we're safe from here because they've got 2 full armies there. These guys are under pressure, so I think you can just hold that frontier there.
Thirsty for battle.
Faction leader, you just get into patrol. I think we'll expand this. We've got plenty of food now. I don't know how temples. Let's have a quick look at temples. Temples give sanitation, so we may need temples. How is the sanitation here? Non-existent. And I mean, the problem is I'm not too sure how quickly the sanitation effect is going to kick in. And it probably will kick into that. I mean, does this give me sanitation? Let's see, this just gives me sanitation to this region. Would I really need sanitation to this region? I suppose if I'm going to come down here, squalor region, public order squalor. So if I actually, yeah, if I'm going to build this up, I'm going to need sanitation, aren't I? Yeah, so I think we're going to have to come to that. Actually, tech-wise, oh, not tech. Tech-wise, where are these? Tribal council, tribal economy. Is there anything that gives me sanitation going forward? Nope, can't see it there. Well, yeah, there's sanitation there. Yeah, so we're going to need to come this way. So I don't need that. We can do the sanitation with the technology, so I think we're going to go that way. So sanitation, double check. We're going to need to come this way and get that. So that's probably going to be our next target after we've completed this. Because we've now got this really cool military building up here. Actually, what I am going to do is I'm going to bring my general north, or my faction leader north, because when this army moves out, this area may form into have public order issues, and I want to keep this stable. Wow, what did I see there? Autumn. Plus 30% wealth from agriculture, indifferent people. Right guys, I think this is where I'm going to leave it. In the next part we're going to push on here. I do promise that I'm going to work a bit more on my micro for barbarian battles. I think I've just got to clear my head of the fact that spearmen aren't like pikemen, where they form a nice strong line and you can forget about them as they hold the attack. We've got to work for your every unit in a barbarian army, and I think I might consider going back to using groups, but we'll see how it goes guys. But this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the video, hope you found it interesting, and until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.